Jumbo, so we just finally reached our accommodation in Mara, which is Serenity Masai Mara Legend Camp, right inside the national park. So on the way, we saw lion, we saw elephant tuskers, herds of elephants, lots of antelopes, crown crane, and lots of animals. So we'll just have a very quick refresh and lunch, and then we'll head for the evening game drive.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Towel
So
for
they
your
just got
hand.
some towel to refresh.
Dreaming of a wildlife vacation? Call Jungle Boy Safari and experience premium, stress-free adventures in national parks.
So I am here at the beautiful Serenity Mara Legend Camp. This is nestled right in the mid of Masai Mara forest. It's very close to the old Kiombo Airstrip. So if you are traveling by bush flight from Nairobi or from any other place to Masai Mara, you can opt for old Kiombo Airstrip so that it will be pretty close to the camp. And it is inside the Masai Mara National Park. The best part of this property, which is it's gonna be completely wild experience. This property has got no fencing, so you are pretty much free to roam around in the daytime. But during the night time, you will be always escorted by a security guard. We call it as a Masai guard, and they'll be always around, and they will escort you from room to reception or to restaurant and bar, wherever you like to go. You can always get their support. So let me take you around to the resort. This is a pretty big property, but the rooms and the resort is spread out within 3 acres, and we have got beautiful staffs around here who are ready to help you out each and every time. So as you enter, you will first reach the reception place. You come down here and you do the check-in formalities first. Okay, it's gonna be very quick check-in formalities. You need to show your passport, they'll put the entry, and then you will have their staff who will be escorting you to your rooms, and they will take care of your baggages. So this is a beautiful reception. This completely different, and this is a right property if you're looking at something in an average pricing. If you're not looking at something in the luxury, we don't want, because normally what happens for wildlife photographers and filmmakers like me, we don't spend much time in the resort. So we always try to look around a property which is average, which has got a pretty decent facility, good food, and a peaceful sleep at night, because you don't spend much time in the resort. So no point in spending much money in the luxury resorts. So this is a beautiful property. Once you come down here, we have the reception, and you've got some restrooms in the receptions as well. We have the Wi-Fi throughout the property, so no issues with that. So you can always have an access to call back your home, or if you have any official stuff to do, always have that to do. You have the Wi-Fi facility here. And once you come down here, you got a restaurant. The entire restaurant is also in a bush camp type. You've got beautiful seating tables arranged. This is inside the tent. Oh, thank you so much for the lights. And we have 2 types of seating. Normally if it rains, the dining is done inside the restaurant. If it is not raining, it's always outside, where we have a beautiful seating arrangements where you can see the hippos. I mean, we have just got a beautiful river. This resort is nestled very close to a river called what is that?
Lorian.
Olare Orok, right?
Lorian.
Orok River.
Yeah.
Okay, Olare Orok River, where it's a place where thousands and thousands of hippos are there, and you can just see right from there the hippos, and you can also take your lunch and dinner here. And it is just next to the bar. You have the bar facilities. The drinks is always not in the package, so whatever the drinks, I mean, it comes as an a la carte, where you can, whatever you like, you can just order and pay. And the bar is here, and the river is here. Let's go down to the deck. So we call it this as a deck, where we have a seating arrangements here. If you want to have your dinner, you can have your dinner or lunch while watching to the hippos. This is a beautiful river, and you have got thousands of hippos there. You can see few hippos over there, and few hippos are there. Normally hippos are pretty inactive. They normally stay in the water during the daytime, but nighttime they become very active. They come out of the river and they start grazing. And all the rooms out here are also nestled in such a way that you get that river facing. So you always have the feel of staying inside the wild. and they've got a beautiful restaurant and the bar. For food review, you can always check out my link in the above or in the description, and you can check how the food is and how the food tastes like. And for the rooms, they have got totally 12 luxury tents in three standard, premium and luxury, and one family tent as well. Okay, and the tents are just over there. For the room tour, you can click on the link above, or which is also in the description. Let's go towards the room side. So in this 3-acre property, they have got the rooms, only 12 luxury rooms spreaded, on both the sides of the resort, so that all the tents have the view of the river. So this is tent number 4, and similarly you will have all the tents as numbered. Okay. It's a complete wild feel, it's complete wild feel. For the room tent, how the tent looks like, what are the things provided within the rooms, you can always check out my room tour video, which is in the link in description as well as in the link above. So the rooms are pretty good. It's completely in a bush camp type. The room rates are varies accordingly, depends upon which type of rooms you're booking. And also, yes, in Mara, entire Mara, any resort you take, the rate varies between the month of Jan to June. It's a non-peak time, and from July to December 31st it's gonna be peak time, so the rate will definitely shoot up during the peak hours, during the great migration time. Overall, it's a beautiful resort. And yes, if you are definitely planning to visit Masai Mara, and if you definitely would like to stay inside the Masai Mara National Park, well, I would always recommend you to stay inside the national park. And the reason behind is you get good access during the sunset time, or you get more access to the forest. If you're staying outside the Masai Mara, by the time you reach to the happening place, that itself will take you around 3 hours, which means you have to leave the park early so that you reach the gate by evening 6:30, 6:30 or 7 o'clock. So it always recommended to stay inside the Masai Mara. Yeah, you have to pay a little bit extra, but yes, if you would like to cover your budget, within if you have a certain budget, like you don't want to make it luxury, then yes, always I would recommend this kind of resort where the food is good, the resort gives you the wild feel, you have the access to the river where you can see lots of hippos, and you get the complete wild experience. And in terms of the pricing is also pretty decent in comparison to the other luxury resort within the reserve. So if you're visiting Mara National Park, you always please do go ahead and check out Serenity Mara Legend Camp.
Dreaming of a wildlife vacation? Call Jungle Boy Safari and experience premium, stress-free adventures in national parks.